Hi, Ryan. My name is Tracy Patesy. Thank you for sending me your resume, curriculum vitae and references. I will be your employment career counselor and employment advisor at the Full of Baloney Employment Agency.
Nice to meet you, Tracy. I am very happy to meet someone who can decipher my employment problem and can help me solve some of the issues.
We are always here to help our clients achieve the greatest employment possible based on their education, experience, ability, and leadership qualities.
Perfect. Let's go over my resume and curriculum vitae. I believe that I meet all the requirements for the position of IT Disaster Recovery Manager.
That is what concerns me. I reviewed your documents and I do not see anything related to recovering from a disaster. You know, like a hurricane, or a meteor hitting the Earth, or a volcano exploding.
What? I'm confused. I have over 10 years of IT disaster recovery management, since 9/11.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Were you in New York when it happened?
What? What are you talking about?
You know, the disaster in New York, on 9/11. I never met anyone that was in that disaster before.
I think you are confused. 9/11 is a date that will live in infamy. You know, like Franklin Roosevelt's speech he gave when he asked Congress for a declaration of war against the Empire of Japan.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Have we declared war against Japan? Oh my god. I didn't hear anything on the news about a declaration of war against Japan. Wait a minute. Let me think. Who is Franklin Roosevelt? Wasn't he president after Abraham Lincoln? Wait 1 second. I definitely know that Barack Obama is the president of the United States.
Look, we are way off the topic. But let me set the record straight. First, Franklin Roosevelt was president before and during the Second World War against Nazi Germany, Fascist Italy, and the Empire of Japan. America was attacked on December 7, 1941 at Pearl Harbor, and the next day the president asked for, and got the declaration of war. 9/11/2001 is when Al-Qaeda, a global Sunni Islamist militant group, by Osama bin Laden staged the terrorist attack against America.
Wow. I knew about Osama bin Laden, but I was not around during the Second World War. I'm only 23 years old. So that is way before my time. And I have never been good at history. But, if I remember correctly, didn't the US Navy send in some Navy SEALs to shoot bin Laden? I just can't figure out how they trained a bunch of little SEALs. You know, the ones with those floppy flippers, to hold a gun and shoot him. I just don't understand why the Navy got those cute little SEALs to do such a thing. Besides, don't those SEALs live in Alaska? Why would those cute little SEALs want to go to a desert with the Navy?
Okay. Let me first take a deep breath and count to 5. Look, we are way off the topic. I'm here to get employment career counseling and advice. Let's get back on track. Okay?
Great. Let's go back to your disaster management issue.
Perhaps, if I explain what an IT disaster recovery manager does, that would help. One role of the IT disaster recovery manager is to work with the individuals who are responsible for IT and computer security inside an organization. The IT disaster recovery manager must be able to perform this principal role because of the present-day threats of internet hacking, physical assaults by terrorists, and the phishing and sabotage by illegal and foreign business competitors. A task of the IT disaster recovery manager functions with the overall computer security manager of the institution. He should comply with the privacy and information security procedures and policies by identifying the foreseeable information security risks. It is a role of the IT Disaster Recovery Manager to conduct periodic vulnerability and security risk assessment.
Oh my God. Can you do all of that?
Yes. What I have just stated is a very basic description for an IT Disaster Recovery Manager. Look, if we could just review my resume and curriculum vitae, I could point out all my experiences, and formal education, and certifications for job performance.
Great. Let's see. On your resume and curriculum vitae, you worked for the XYZ company as an IT Disaster Recovery Manager, and was involved with over 38 major incidents in 5 years. Is that correct?
Yes. The XYZ company is a government contractor for the production of highly specialized specification fasteners for the DoD, and the security requirements are very important, with extensive continuous audits up and down the supply chain.
I'm a little confused. Why did the government have to perform continuous audits? Did your company do something wrong? Besides, why did you have to sell supply chains to stores?
What? First, continuous audits are required under federal law. Second, I did not sell supply chains to stores.
What do fasteners, like zippers and belt buckles, have to do with the Army? Wait a minute, let me think. Your company is making these specialized fasteners for the Army's uniforms.
What? No. These specialized fasteners are used for special purposes in warfighting equipment. Because of my security clearance and other related legal requirements, I cannot go into any specific details of my firm without violating these requirements. I'm sure you can understand why. Right?
No, not really. If you cannot explain what you did, then how can I help you?
Perhaps, if I gave you more information, that would help. At the XYZ company, it is a role of the IT Disaster Recovery Manager to serve as an independent security advisor to the management and board. My team and I monitored the compliance of information security policies and procedures, and reported computerized and related infringements to top management. I went through specialized training in IT disaster management and recovery. My team and I prepared the IT disaster recovery plan. My bachelor in computer science, my MBA, and multiple certifications and references should provide any future employer with the necessary confidence of my expertise and knowledge.
You keep on saying the word, I. Are you trying to tell me that only you can do the job? Besides, what does disaster management have to do with certification?
What? Let me explain. First, my professional association is worldwide, and I am certified in systems, auditing, and security management. Second, I was part of the team. Period.
Wow. I did not know that. Wow. You really must be smart.
Thank you for the praise. Let's get back on track to why I am here. I believe that my resume and my curriculum vitae speaks for themselves. However, in a few of the interviews I have had, they seem to have gone well, but I seldom receive a callback. Perhaps you can help me.
We sure can. I believe that the issue is not your resume or your curriculum vitae. I believe it may be your persona.
Interesting. Why don't you give me a short rundown on the issue of persona, and how it reflects my ability to get a job that I am well qualified for.
Before we get to that, we need to have a contract signed. Don't worry, it won't cost much. I will suggest that you go for the $150 introductory fee for 1 hour, which can be paid by a credit card, cash or check before we begin on your career development. Come over here and sign our career counseling contract. I'm sure you will find it reasonable. After the initial contract, we will offer you a more detailed contract that will list all the necessary requirements that we will provide for you. And it probably won't cost you over $1,000.
Okay. But, before I sign and pay, can you just give me a description and example of what you mean by persona? Just so we are on the same page.
Sure. When you walk into a room, it is the first 5 minutes that may set the stage for your being hired.
Okay. I get that. It is that first impression that people make when they see you. Correct?
That is correct. Let's take a look at your first impression to me. When I met you, I saw a balding old man with ancient glasses and a suit that came out of the 1990s. Second, you did not have a 4G advanced tablet. And please do not bring in a laptop, that is such the 90s. And you should be constantly talking to someone on your ear set to demonstrate how well connected you are. And you should have a Facebook and Twitter account and with at least 250,000 hits on a blog. And if you don't mind me saying so, bald is good. Get rid of that mustache. And those teeth should be glaring white, not some normal color. And you may consider some type of piercing. And you talked about World War II. That is when my grandfather fought the Russian army in France. That type of talk makes you look old.
What? That's crazy. If I did all that stuff, I'd look like some Mad Hatter out of Alice in Wonderland. I would probably get second interviews by employers, just to have them laugh at me.
Well, you asked me for my professional, expert opinion and I gave it to you. And there is a lot more. If you just signed a contract, I'm sure with your extensive knowledge and my expertise in career development, we can have you employed in a very short time.
Okay. But before I sign, tell me what degrees, certifications, and experiences you have?
Well, I never my first semester in college. But when I got my calling, after all my waitress jobs, I took an extensive course, online, to become an expert career counselor in a few months. Most of my experiences are for computer programmers. You know, like you.
Interesting. Then you are not certified or licensed by the state where you reside or work in, as a counselor. Is that correct?
Yes.
I see. Just like you. I just got a calling too. And the calling says that you and your firm are a walking disaster. And I should get the hell out of here. Goodbye.